Holy Spinball Wizard, we are live. Welcome to the Chain Dogs podcast, where we talk about everything theme parks, roller coasters, everything like that, really, from all around the world. Thank you so much for joining us. If you are listening to this in podcast form, just to let you know that we do this every week live, every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Come and join us, get involved in the conversation. It's where it's at. So how you all doing, guys? Luke, James?
Hello.
That sounded like one name then, Luke James.
It is. That is literally my name.
Luke James.
That is literally my name. Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm back.
You're back. James is back.
I am back.
Mikhail was he was good. He really wanted to do tonight's episode, but honestly, he's not feeling great. So he's definitely going to be back next week. So yeah, get well soon, Mikhail. Hope you're well, man. Hope you're well. But yeah, hope everyone is well in the chat. Let's see who we got. We got Matt, we got Joe, we got Jamie.
What's up, Joe?
Yeah, how we doing? Treehouse Coasters, Dan, Bradley.
Am I the only one that still doesn't have a spanner?
Yeah, see, I can't do it from here though. I have to go onto YouTube to do it.
No way, really?
Soon, mate. Yeah, you have to do it. You have a spanner soon, mate. Don't worry.
Oh, you'll get that spanner soon. Don't worry about it. For anyone who's wondering, that is what makes you a mod, basically, on YouTube. So.
With no context, that sounds so random.
Yeah, you'll get your spanner one day.
Yeah. So how are we all
hired
feeling?
Into the engineering department.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty out. So obviously the main season, theme park season, is coming up, man.
I genuinely looked at the calendar today and I was just like, holy shit, it's next week that I'm at Alton Towers. I was like, what? This is coming up so quick.
Yeah. I keep seeing people posting about on Twitter like just 2 weeks left or a week left. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? Where is?
Yeah, I was like, I thought it was still like a month. I was like, what? No, it's next Friday.
I can't believe it. Like, oh man, I'm so excited. I mean,
me and James are driving to Towers.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I might be getting meeting James at UTalks the night before as well. So a few cheeky drinks in the pub there before we go up to Towers on the Saturday. And it was the first time would have been in James's car, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah. Have you had a lot of other people in your car yet, James?
Oh yeah, I've had like 4 of us in there.
That's good.
I know how heavy it gets and how much I need to put a lot more power in.
And less about big sizes until later. We'll talk about.
Oh yeah, we're coming on to that subject, aren't we? We are. Yeah, no, it's looking good. I saw that also. We were talking about last week as well how Big One's trackers obviously all gone in now, and they are. What are you laughing at?
The Big One track.
Oh, the big
with the gap.
With the gap. Yeah,
it's just a clamp. That's all it is.
The rumor is they're hoping to have that going for the 26th. It is just a rumor, but like if that is so, like that's impressive. But that means for me now, it's like when the big one starts going, that's the proper season. I can finally get back on it.
Yeah.
We get all the coasters back open, all the coasters. But yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I can't wait.
So excited. Towers. Man, just to get on Nemesis again and Wicker Man. After what we've been doing, you guys have seen Virtual Towers. We've been posting everywhere the new trains that we've done for Wicker Man. That's not all we've done. That's not all we've done. That's all I'm saying. We have been heavily into Wicker Man for the last like 2 weeks now, maybe. I can't wait for you guys to see what we've got. And hopefully, we mentioned it briefly in our stream that we did, that we are launching a new Discord server. So that's coming along nicely as well. And we'll have more on that when we are ready to release more information on that. But just stick to our socials. You will definitely find out. Sorry for the cheap plug there, but I just wanted to.
No, man, that's It's impressive, man. I'm loving seeing all the things you're putting towards
Sam
it
from
now.
YouTube?
And
I think it
it's
is
Sam Costello.
Wait, no, it's Sam from Blackpool Pleasure Beach's PR team, I think.
Yeah, it is. we got Digital Dan in the chat.
What's up, Dan? How you doing?
Jesse, how you doing? Yeah. So
17 people watching. Wow.
17. Thank you.
Guys, smash that thumbs up and get us up on that YouTube algorithm for now. I want everyone to join us. Share us around. Do everything.
This is why you need
Taste
to
the rainbow.
Yeah. So, did you guys see anything from Pantheon's opening?
I've seen a POV of it.
As a pub, yeah, that's it. That's all I've seen. It looks impressive. It looks good. It looks very after the top hat. It looks kind of short. I'm not gonna lie, but it looks cool. What it does looks really cool. That launch backwards makes Icebreaker look like a micro machine. That is a big. The rollback itself is huge. Then the fact you go back up the spike the other way. You drop vertically down and hit a launch, 3 different and then you're over. So good.
Because you've got that. You go on.
It's a shame that there isn't a bit more in terms of theming around the ride. I feel like they could have really had some head choppers of coliseums and that kind of stuff. Just gone a little bit all out on some building structure around the track profile. Other than that, though, it looks an impressive coaster. I have to say, it looks really good.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Because they've done a little bit more than what they did for Emperor, a little bit more.
Bobby Healy nailed that, by the way, in his recreation of his station.
Right, yeah.
That was everywhere. Yeah. Shout out to Bobby. That was funny. I'll see you on the quiz.
Funny. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got that quiz coming up. But no, I agree. It's a shame. And something I noticed as well was I was watching some people's vlogs from the past preview days. Was that I don't know if it's because there's it's like St. Paddy's Day over there. They're celebrating St. Patrick's Day. And so they've got Irish music playing in the area where it's meant to be. And I'm like, and I didn't notice any music.
They're celebrating
in
the
station. Yeah, it's really strange, isn't it?
March, right? March
next week, I think, 17th.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's.
But we can't. Yeah, but then Mardi Gras at Alton Towers, I
suppose. Yeah, the Americans really love St. Patrick's Day, so we have to wait for the entire week of it.
We have to wait for the slightly warmer climate here, though. I mean, got to remember that.
Yeah. Something that surprised me though with Pantheon was on the launch bit where you obviously go up the spike. That the bunny hill, it's almost like two. It's almost like you've got a launch and then a booster.
Yeah,
at the end.
So it's on the hill itself. Yeah.
So it's vroom, and it goes over, and then vroom, again up it goes. But yeah, it looks good, man.
It propels. I imagine backseat on that would be backseat all day. That would be I was watching
rider cams of it, people filming themselves, and that bunny hill. Honestly, people were getting launched. It looks like a small one, but it seems like it's got some power to it, really.
The only bunny hill I've done at speed hill is the one in Shambhala. That's the only one I can really relate to, and that's so much fun. I really look forward to that bit of the ride when you come off the ampersand and then bam into that speed hill. Yeah, it's so good. So if you're doing that off a spike, going as fast as stealth,
yeah, there was this though that I was doing the rounds, which this has got to be that was the signage for it on the last review. I was like, hopefully that is temporary. I just love how it's taped on. It's not even stapled on. It's
also in the background as well. There's one that says front row stay left on stairs.
Oh my god, did not even separate it out. That's a bit weird, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I can see it now. My light's in the way. I can see it.
Yeah.
Just above.
But yeah, everyone's kind of memeing on that because it's kind of especially with what happened with Emperor when it just looked so bad. you know,
do you know what? I get it if it was like a Microsoft Office themed roller coaster, it'd be perfect. It'd be the Microsoft Word of rides. Like it
should just be Comic Sans.
Yeah, it literally is. Like, sorry, we're closed for unforeseen circumstances.
I'd love to see that in Microsoft Office. Could have like the paperclip as like the mascot and stuff.
Yeah,
imagine.
Paperclip in a pre-show. Imagine that.
Did you imagine? That'd be so funny. But no, it looks like yeah. We're still yet to create our Greg's theme park in a Planet Coaster series.
The Accelerator coaster. Nice.
Okay. Well done.
We're getting there.
Accelerator like that. Let's go.
Yeah.
Sam, you're lacking behind, man. You're supposed to be the pun champion. You know what I mean? Yeah, the pun king, or pumpkin, whichever one.
So Jesse said, "I'm good, so excited for Towers and getting back on Nemesis." Has anyone seen the new paving in Forbidden Valley?
It's gone. The red paving's gone.
The red paving has gone.
Pete's not going to be happy. I forgot to tell him about that. Yeah.
Oh, like you told him earlier.
Yeah.
It really confused me when I saw the photo because I was glimpsing past it and I didn't really read what was going on. I
didn't recognize where it was without the red paving.
I thought it looked more like Chessington or something.
Here's a question. Was it there for Lightopia or did we all just miss it because it was pitch
It would have been it would have been dark. Like that area had like the lasers and stuff around. And also it was kind of like...
It had the block. It had the wooden...
block thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. But it's weird. It's one of them. It's what I said. It's like it's so insignificant, but very significant at the same time.
It's like
because it's going to be one of them things.
Of Ripsaw, like
yeah. It's you get so used to it, and then suddenly it's not there. You're like, this just feels a bit weird. It's not there. So
yeah.
Hey, we got Sam in chat. Expedition Theme Park. Can someone tell me the UK that Mardi Gras was 2 weeks ago?
We're on it, Sam. We'll do our best. We need to get Coasterbot to do a video. What is a Mardi Gras? And then get him to tell us when the dates are.
Yeah. It still is bizarre. Not as weird for us because I don't think we're not really used to like Mardi Gras events in this country, but it must be
the closest thing we have is like a village carnival like that.
Yeah. It's completely different as well though. But yeah, no, it is a weird one. But yeah, so Pantheon looks good, looks solid coaster. I'm super excited.
Like again, I think what Pantheon, a thing about Pantheon is that you got Velocicoaster, which is just open. So like the hype around that, and then the hype around Pantheon just trying to be this badass coaster, throwing in these RMC type elements into it, and then Ironguazi opens. It's like, is it a couple of years too late? Maybe,
I don't know, man. It's a hard one, isn't it? I'm glad it didn't open up around the same time as Velocicoaster.
No, it should have. I feel like Pantheon may have been done, layout, profiled, ready to go, and shipped out to is it Busch Gardens? Busch Gardens, isn't it? Yeah,
Williamsburg.
Before Velocicoaster was even probably a thing. I feel like it was the next gen that was going to go, and then Velocicoaster afterwards. Feels like the step up. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think Velocicoaster in terms of theming and the way it flows and its layout, whereas Pantheon is very similar, but it feels like it's just slightly behind in the technologies they've used to do certain elements and transitions and stuff with Velocicoaster. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. It's still got its own. I mean, a few.
Yes,
I still like that the element to begin with. I know it's on like Tiger and that, isn't it? The what the hell is it called? Hill Sidewinder? No, what is it called? Zero Sidewinder.
Zero G
Winder. Yeah, that's it.
Zero G Winder.
Zero G Winder.
I just want a free wind up now.
It sounds like a knockoff inversion. I'm not going to lie. It's either a 0G or a side.
They all are.
Like, which one is it? As soon as the track goes like this and goes that way, it's like, yep, RMC, you've copied them. Well done.
Yeah. This one is.
You've copied the Shilky.
I mean, Pantheon is is a RMC copy all over, really, but in a good way. Like they've made it their own in terms of it's a launch steel coaster, so and it just it's a multi-launch, so it makes sense. And that overbank looks sick as well. But the day they was doing it, it was so cold, so it was going like very slow over it.
Ah, right.
But when it gets to like the normal temperatures it's going to have, like in the summer and stuff, I feel like you're going to be seeing that like going like flying through. So yeah, I'm just there's too many places to go, man. Too many places to go.
That is a park on my agenda, though. Like, definitely after what Mikhail's shown me of it in terms of images he took when he worked out there and stuff. Like, man, that place looks insane. Alpengeist is there, right?
Yeah, Alpengeist. Yeah,
that's on one of my bucket list coasters as well. So, like,
it's got a solid lineup there now.
Yes,
but people are saying a lot of people are saying that Pantheon is now the best coaster at the park. But obviously, we have the hype of a new coaster, so we'll see how long that lasts. But I can see it definitely. It looks insane. But like you say, people are just gonna naturally compare it to Velocicoaster.
Yeah, it has a top hat and it's a new Intamin, so
yeah. But then a lot of people are saying that the seats are a lot less forgiving than Velocicoaster.
A lot less forgiving.
Yeah, a lot less forgiving.
What are they doing with the seats these days?
I don't understand. I don't know if Universal had specific requirements for their seats, because obviously it's such a mainstream park. Like so many tourists go into it that maybe they've actually specifically said we need this. It's also got a height restriction as well, because it's got a certain near miss element. That's like really mega close. I think it was like 70. I can't remember what it is now. 70 something inches, or was that? Or maybe I'm just
what's that? Then? 8, 4.
If someone in the chat knows, let us know what the actual.
Let us know. I'm going to try and do quick math on.
No, it can't be 72 inches. No, because that's only 6 foot.
Nah, no way.
It can't be that. It's got
not in America. No.
Nah. It can't be like 70, maybe 79. I don't know.
The amount of people that I've seen taller than me when I went to America compared to over here is drastically more.
Maybe like 70, I think 100.
Someone says 192 centimeters.
Right, Matt, they don't do centimeters.
We don't do centimeters. It's too confusing.
I have to convert everything to feet. 74.
Is it on the website? It's on the website. Yeah. Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Let's have a look.
James is the QI Alf.
Yeah, why are you not doing anything, James?
I am looking.
Of course.
That's going to be significant, because if what Jack said was 74.
If it's 192 centimeters, it's 6 foot 3.5 inches.
See that, and Jack said that is 74, so that's significant. Because there's a lot of people who are like,
that's 75.5 inches. So 192 centimeters, so it's around about that ballpark.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not. Yeah, there's quite a lot of people taller than that now.
Well, I've seen people at like my mate at Towers got refused onto Spinball because he was too tall, and he just got fast passes when he got to the front for other rides. And I was like, just go and do that all day now. Just keep queuing up for Spinball and then getting
short queue, get fast.
Yeah, I've shrunk 4 inches while in this queue line.
You do shrink throughout the day.
You do that, yeah, you do, don't you?
What?
You shrink throughout the day. Yeah.
Your spine compresses.
Oh,
is that gravity?
Yes,
gravity.
Not the one with Sandra Bullock. Is that Sandra Bullock?
We are now a science podcast. Well, so Gravity, the podcast that holds you down.
So we've got next up, we got Drayton Manor has some exciting new announcements today. So they've announced their new MD. So their new MD is let me get it up here. I should have this prepared. Where is it?
You told us before.
I know I did. I'm under pressure now. I can't remember. Victoria Lynn is going to be
awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be the new from April. He'll be taking the helm off our award-winning in spring. So So who is she? Good question, Sean.
Is she?
Is
she?
She's got
Who
she's
is
got
she,
a lot
Sean?
she's got a lot of experience in the UAE, including Wadi Water Park, Ferrari World at Abu Dhabi.
Wow.
Yeah,
big
Warner
project.
Brothers World,
Nice.
Legoland as well.
Wait, all of them
so-
have coasters.
Yeah, so it's a big deal, really.
Yeah.
And she will be the first permanent female managing director to take the role at the park as well. So it's really exciting because obviously we've had the Bryan family who have been kind of managing directors for a long time at the park, and now it's in Loopings. It seems like this is a hiring from Loopings. Of course, it would be because they own it, but it plays into, I guess, their future vision for the park, which we found more about because Blue Loop today, about 4 hours ago, actually published a really good article on. Let me see if I can get it up actually, because it's a big lengthy article and it's a really really good read about this park. If I can separate my screen out. But here we go. Here we go.
Got it.
Yeah.
He's got it.
So Looping's plans for Drayton Manor and more. So it goes into mainly about Drayton Manor because it is like the biggest park they have in their portfolio. But then it goes on to other attractions they own around the world. So Laurent Brouilloy, who is the founder and president of Loopings Group, he actually said, which is breaking news, basically, we think this park has good potential. We will build 3 new rides for this year, which a lot of us know about. You know, this is going to be the new Viking area that keeps getting teased. And we will build 3 new rides and have a very big project for 2023. Which that sounds promising.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, from my local, a very big, because like this new area is a very big project. It's a multi-million-pound investment. So this is a very big investment. So even bigger plans for 2023 to me suggests like a new coaster. So I hope it is. And at this point, like even if it's a junior coaster, I'll be happy. Obviously, I'd rather have a big thrill coaster or something in between, you know. A family coaster rather than like a junior coaster would be ideal for me.
A quad bike Intamin with the drop track. That'd be pretty sweet. You know, like something that they have like the Polar Explorer or something. I think it's called Legoland. But like few launches, nice airtime, lots of little bits of G-force here and there, nice theming, some cool drops. Or alternatively, build Conda.
Yes, please.
Just build Conda. Yeah.
I'm trying to think where they would build it at the minute because I can't see them getting rid of anything.
There you go, Jammy's on it. Intamin quad bike. Yeah.
Intamin.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think it'd be great.
Or if we came flying.
Or the Coleman next gen, just something like Abyssus or that kind of thing.
That'd be insane.
Imagine that. That would be mint.
Something along the lines of Abyssus would be perfect because a lot of people who've ridden that have said it's like it looks big, but it's like not that forceful. It's just more fun. So that sounds like it would actually be a really good idea. But also, I guess they're going to have to tread carefully if they introduce like thrill rides, really, because they don't want to alienate their target audience that they've been kind of cultivating for 10 years.
We could Lek coaster.
We could go off the bandwagon since Thorpe has already confirmed that it's not going to get RMC Drayton Manor.
Listen, Aaron's already on a petition to get duck bins at Drayton Manor.
I keep seeing that.
And him and Drayton Manor. They're going out here on Twitter. It's like, what have we done? There's now a hashtag I remember seeing today, but
hashtag RMC Drayton Manor.
RMC Drayton Manor. That'd be cool.
I think
it'd be cool.
It'd be cool.
Imagine.
Can See, that would just like blow everyone away, wouldn't it? Imagine if they just RMC, the first one. That'd be
Exodus
so good,
just gets built, gets over as like one of the best coasters in the UK, and then Drayton managers go, it's something like Iron Glassy. There you go. It's fine.
Yeah. Imagine.
All the season passes bought.
Imagine if they just got a clone. Like, even if they got a clone of an RMC, I'd be like that. I'd set off that. Yeah. It has a big footprint though. It's quite a big footprint because of its.
It goes quite far out. I don't know, like what RMC would fit. Like,
just do it round the golf course.
I think once we know what this new area looks like, because like it's been a while since anyone's had any like updated pictures from the area. We'll get a better idea of like the footprint of the park and if it is possible to fit some kind of coaster in that area along the lake or something. You never know. I'm just
seeing reflections of RMC supports on the lake now. Like I'm just seeing it. Oh, dude, stop it.
Because I don't know how much. I know they've got an overspill car park, so they can make that overspill car park a permanent car park, because it's like kind of like their permanent car park at the minute is like it's not that permanent. So if they could get into that, it'd be so good. But I don't know about residential issues and stuff. But anyway, let's not. You just get my hopes up now.
Considering it's your back garden.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, let us know in the comments, guys, and let us know in the chat what you guys think would be suitable for Drayton if they did build a coaster going forward. That would be epic to hear what you guys would want. Actually, you got to think about though. Towers is like, how far is Towers from Drayton?
It's about an hour. Yeah, about an hour.
So you've got an hour away. You can ride like some of the best coasters. Yeah. So if Drayton did something, it would have to be standout. So let's hear some crazy ideas in the comments. I'm interested. Like let's proper dive deep into that, and I'll get back to you all in the comments as well after the show.
However much I'd like them to go down the full-on thrill route, like I do think there's a case to say that because they are so close to Alton Towers, why not just go all out and just be like, we'll just be the standout like family park.
Yeah, like a trackless dark ride or something like insane.
Or like just an ST, like I said it before, but a Vekoma
STC, yeah, definitely
would be so good.
Have been meant
because like
with an inversion or without.
I don't think it necessarily need. It'd be nice to have one because like they aren't that. Yeah, like the ones I've seen with inversions, they don't look particularly crazy, and they kind of need something. They've got Shockwave, so it'd be nice to have something in between. Like,
there's no step up, is there really?
No, there's not.
And Shockwave is pretty brutal. Like, it's a pretty brutal coaster in terms of forces. And...
I think because Pandemonium's gone as well, and that was like that was a big kind of step up ride for people. That was like they'd do Pandemonium before they did, because that is the thing when you're growing up. It's like. It's not necessarily the coaster itself.
Oh yeah, you grew up with Drayton. So what was your progression tree then at Drayton when you?
Well, I'm pretty old now, so it's when they had the Pinfari.
Gone.
Yeah, but no, it would be that the progression would be before I'd get into like a bigger coaster. You'd do like Skyflyer that. It was the similar model to Pandemonium. So and because it went upside, it's the concept of going upside down that gets in some people's heads, isn't it? When you're thinking about going on these rides, it's like, oh, it's going up, it's an upside down ride. So you do that because you're like, okay, it's not as bad as like an actual coaster going upside down. So you do that really. But yeah, it was Klondike, and then I went on to Shockwave. That was my progression really, even though Klondike was actually worse than the Shockwave because it was just so like rattly, and it was not a good ride.
Nuts. Crazy.
But so I think like it'd be nice if they built like a coaster that's like a little less intimidating than Shockwave, smoother, but does like maybe one inversion or something like that, and then you've got like a nice little lineup then for like that progression until someone wants to then go to Alton Towers, I guess, and go on like big like the big coasters. You know, you could see Drayton as a stepping stone for people really, especially in the area.
There's a pathway around the UK for people starting off with parks. Like you've got awesome parks like Chessington, Legoland. You know, they've got some coasters in there as well, and it's good. Like Vampire is a lot of people's first coaster down south, and that is
not mine.
Not yours. Yours was Stealth. Yours was.
Yeah, that was.
You were bobbing for apples that day, and you pulled out sour.
I wasn't. It was meant to be X No Way Out.
Yeah, I know
that didn't happen.
I know you got the stealth cards.
But there you go. You went stealth because you probably thought like, oh, it's not
air race.
It's not
air race.
It's
is a good shout.
No, I was terrified. I was
terrified. but there's a reason you must have done stealth and do like an inversion ride first. You're like, wow, at least it doesn't go upside down. But then you
potentially,
you didn't realize at the time, like, actually,
would you have done Inferno if you put that card out? That'd be interesting. There's a lot of people in lockdown. A lot of people were doing advice videos on how to get over like the hurdles of riding coasters. And one of the biggest things on TikTok and Instagram and all of the socials was, how do I go on my first upside down roller coaster? Like that's what a lot of people were doing videos on. It's a big thing. It is a big thing. But it's the best feeling ever. Just do it. It's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah. So I've just got to take my jumper off because I'm getting hot.
That's okay.
Getting hot in here.
So whilst Sean's stripping off, I think it would be sick to get something, one inversion, nice first drop, nice pops of air, lots of a good speed, like 55, 60 mile an hour. Like, be happy with that. That'd be cool. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. RMC, Drayton Manor. Let's go.
Let's make it happen.
Hashtag duck bin. Let's fill the chat up with hashtag duck bin. So it happens for Aaron.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing well,
Danielle. We've been told air race. Sorry, Danielle. I'm just not a fan of air race. It's just them type of rides.
I don't like the one at Blackpool.
It's the constant. The thing is that at least the one at Blackpool, like, there's some variation with it. That what I don't like about air race is that it's just a constant thing, and you're like you don't get like a breather from it. So at least with things like like Pandemonium, even though I wasn't a fan of that either, just more of the restraints than anything. But like at least you had like a breather from it.
The one at Blackpool, like I just don't. I went on it once and I got a few spins, and it was fun. I was actually, you know what? The one at Blackpool, I could literally just sit there and hold it straight and just like hold it doesn't spin and enjoy it more, because the views you get on that ride are pretty incredible.
Oh, we summoned Aaron.
Welcome, Aaron. Let the ceremony commence.
There you go. But no, it's exciting stuff anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Definitely.
So next up, we have something I wanted to have a few of us want to have a bit of a rant about. I'm going to try and see it from both point of view, because I don't want it just to always be on a high horse.
I'm not. No,
I'll play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
So basically, obviously, Alton Towers had a corporate buyout day at the weekend. It's the kids' day out, corporate buyout day, and people were treating it like it was the first day of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, it's not the first day of the season. It's not.
No,
it's not at all. It's not going to be. It's more like a test day for them. So I just think the people who were kind of, obviously, like if you're going there, you're well in your right to be like, oh well, I was expecting to get a lot more than I was. But my issue with it was people were going, what's going on with Merlin? Like, what's going on with Alton Towers? Like, you can't even get your.
They've had like a year. They had 5 months to get this sorted. Why is it not being sorted? And stuff like comments like that just really wind me up, because you don't know what goes into preparing these rides. You got people saying that probably don't even know when their MOT is due on the car. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not a thing you do. You don't.
I saw someone.
turn a key and then Smiler starts up. That doesn't happen at the start of every season. Sorry to break it to you guys, but that doesn't happen.
Like, there's going to be so many different things that go into. Obviously, when you start testing the rides, like they would have started testing the rides like ages ago, of course. But it doesn't necessarily mean like it's ready for people to get on, and then they've been fully being able to run like constantly all day. We just don't know. Like, I mean, just because we know some, just because we all know some geeky stuff about rides and stuff, doesn't mean like we know about the maintenance of these rides.
No,
and every ride is going to be, you know, even if you've got like, so like a B&M invert is going to operate totally different because it's in a different climate. Even to like Thorpe Park, like it's in a different part of the country, let alone like somewhere in like America, and you know they all just they've got their own little things going on with them. But I even saw someone on Twitter say we should get at least Park should give us 48 hours notice if a ride's going to be down. And I was thinking like, can you imagine if your car give you 48 hours notice that I'm going to break down in 48 hours?
I wish my bike did. I wish my bike did. I'm not gonna lie, I wish it did.
We all would.
That was brutal. Yeah.
I'd love to
if it's scheduled, we are going to be doing something to that ride. Sure, let people know. Yeah, which they usually do. They usually do put on the website, this ride will be closed on this date for maintenance or some reason. Stuff like that, they couldn't have predicted. They probably were trying to get like the Smiler open, but the testing wasn't going how they needed it to, so they weren't able to.
What I believe has happened is due to the amount of storms that we've had, you know, when everyone's TikToking about your wheeler bin going missing, that
trampolines getting there.
Yeah, legit. Like that stuff probably was the time for the maintenance to be carried out on these rides. What you're asking Merlin to do is to put their staff at risk to do these inspections when they're supposed to be penciled in a diary that's probably been planned months and months and months and months in advance during last season. For this season, if that can't get taken place, it has to be moved. We're sorry it's on your buyout day, but that is what has happened. The whole season is ahead.
And to be clear, like I said before, but to be clear, like I'm not saying you're not allowed to be, you know, a bit sad that when you went, you're allowed to be, but I don't think it was just the people like
there was so many though
about there's so many.
It was like a witch
ranting.
Hunt for Merlin. It felt like it was.
It's like they had one day, and it's not even the proper opening day. Like it's not the opening. It's not the start of the season. It was just the buyout day.
Yeah.
Any company can do a buyout day. It just so happens that this particular one is most people, because anyone can sign up to the kids pass thing. It used to be, I think people used to do it to get like discounts on like Drayton Manor tickets and stuff, even without a kid, which is hilarious. But like it's what people used to do. But so anyone can go to it. So I think that was the problem with this one, was the fact that anyone could just go to it. It wasn't like a corporate away day
which I wasn't aware of either. So like when everyone was taking photos from Towers, I was like, well, we was in the chat. I was like, wait, Towers is open? What the fuck? Like,
it confused the hell out of me, because I was like, have I got my dates mixed up? I was like, am I meant to be at Towers? Like, what is going on? Like, and then I saw,
is it April? Like, I was like, what's going on? Like, it was so weird. And then everyone's Instagram stories, and then everyone's popping off about the rides not being open. It's like, dude, I didn't even realize it was open. Like, I didn't realize you could go. And like Bradley O'Connor's put in the chat there, he used to work on vintage. I work on vintage buses, and I spent 5 months working on a restoration job. The bus was ready to go out the day before, and the clutch failed on the day. You can't foresee what will happen. Very true. Yeah. That's a prime example of someone who's planned, and something's happened, which is an unforeseen circumstance, and you can't do anything about it other than just apologize. And I bet they're as gutted as you guys are. Like, I really do. I think they'd be like, damn it. If that storm wouldn't have hit, or if we wouldn't have done that on that day, or this wouldn't have happened, we would have been able to have a full lineup, and it would have been more of a better day on Twitter. I honestly don't really think they care.
I think so Craig said I think the biggest issue with the rides that were down is that they already knew but neglected to tell anyone until they arrived at the park. Chester World Adventures have already said which rides will be down for pass holders.
Okay, so do you think Merlin have like taken on board what Towers may or may not have done wrong?
I don't think so because it's the problem. Because
it's all down to the storms we had.
It's a corporate with this particular issue with the corporate buyout day. It's a corporate buyout day. It's not necessary. It's not a regular park day. So, like when they booked this, Towers could have said to the organisers of this, "These rides will be down." Towers aren't going to put a thing on Twitter.
Very good point.
Saying what rides are going to be down because
because if you if you book that out for a wedding, they're not going to tell people on Twitter that Nemesis isn't open.
No, they wouldn't put it on there. They wouldn't put it on the ride because it's not a regular opening day. So this is the thing. This is when it's a corporate buyout day. It's not a regular day, and that's just the way. That's just the way to see it. So, and that was just my only issue is people not really getting that and treating it like it's the first day of opening. We'll soon, but also, like you have to, or I think we all know as well. Like I'm not expecting everything to run completely smoothly this year, because it never did. Like Nemesis didn't open for last year's opening weekend, and I was really sad about it. We didn't have any forewarning, but again, it was an issue anyway. But yeah, I think you just have to forgive the parks anyway when they're on the first opening day. I mean, Blackpool did amazingly on their opening day, have as much as they did at open in that weather.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah,
it was shit.
The one that always annoys me as well is like on an actual opening day, if a ride breaks down. And people are like, oh, well, you've had this long to sort it out. Yeah, we've had this long to test the rides in controlled conditions.
Once you
we're trying to put through 1,000 people per hour on this ride now. It hasn't done that for months. Something could have gone wrong in that time. It's just like that. You can't expect it to work perfectly when you've been testing in controlled conditions because stuff happens.
There's another thing to it as well. Sean, you may know more than me. Do they have the full staff for a corporate day?
Yeah, I'm guessing so. Right. I doubt they have all the stalls open. I've never been to one of these buyout days just because.
Oh, okay.
Because think like I just know that these corporate days, not everything's going to be running the way you want it to. Oh. I don't know if they are on lower staff, but they had everything. It was like a normal. It seemed like it was a more normal park day, which got people thinking this is a normal park day, but it's not. You know, it was running as if it was. But I think Towers like to use these buyout days for. You gotta take a shot every time. Got to take a shot every time I say corporate buyout day because I keep saying it.
New drinking game. Let's go.
Yeah. So I come down with a cold like 2 hours before I come on here, so I'm a bit sniffly. And my eyes are running. But yeah, so I think if they've got the same amount of staff operating the rides because they need a certain amount of staff. That's my guess. But yeah, anyway,
Craig mentioned in the chat though, just quickly, full staff, but most were brand new. Yeah,
because so it is again. It's like I guess it's a good way for them to train
it's
staff.
A great training scenario, definitely.
Without being overwhelmed, like it's going to be on the opening weekend, isn't it? Really. So Craig said, to be fair, it was bad luck. The Smiler was closed. Because I've seen it being testing. I saw it. I'm sure I saw a photo of it on another corporate buyout day. I think John Lewis had a separate buyout day. But yeah, it was running around then. But that's good. You know what? I'm just happy it's running again.
Yeah,
like
you know,
and like I do take that. The points made last year was like, it probably should have been said that Smiley was going to be down for them for the end of the season. Like that,
for sure.
I do agree with that. Like I think every park should have, a page
clarity
that says clarity should be told. Really, I mean, like Blackpool do it great where they have like a scheduled maintenance thing, and but then again, not everyone knows about that. Not everyone knows about it,
and someone will go to the big one How many people do you think went to the Big One station, like ready to get on?
Yeah, a lot of people.
I bet.
I reckon a lot of people.
They even noticed that half the track were fucking missing on the hill, but
New invisible track.
It's the RCT3 jump truck coaster.
But yeah, the queue time showed it as a normal park day. John Lewis Saturday, Kids Pass Saturday, this weekend, this service this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Well, hopefully it runs all smoothly for services day. Hopefully it does, and hopefully they've learned a lot from last weekend with the new staff and stuff. But it's always going to be a bit ropey to start with.
Definitely.
So, but yeah,
shout out to all the new staff. Nice one.
On a plus note, how cool do the new LEDs in Big Bob look?
Oh yes, the new screen.
They have changed. Well, have they changed the actual screens, or have they just changed?
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
I think there's.
I feel like it's more like what's shown on them as well.
Yes, what's shown on them is a build up of fire going towards the head of Bob, but
yeah,
I think it seems wider than it was, so I think there might be more screens on one side.
My pet peeve of Big Bob when they first, I thought it looked better without the screens, because when I first saw it, even when I first rode it, I was like, it looks cool, but I can see the corner of the screens in there. Like it's so you could just see the corner of the TV screens, and I was like, it takes away. I'd rather them not be there. And then they took them away, and I was like, I actually prefer it like that. But with this one, I obviously only saw it on
I think
the Towers Times.
Yeah,
but to me, it looked like they'd got bigger screens in there. Obviously, we'll know soon. Or it's a case of, but whatever it is, the graphics on them have changed, and it looks way better. It looks more like it's.
It potentially is. They've replaced it with new LED screens and increased the LED density, so that
I think so.
There's not giant gaps between them,
and it just looked more vibrant. It looked way more vibrant, like
and I mean,
red.
2018 was a while ago in terms of technology side of things in the industry. Like new screens probably come out now that are cheaper than what they did when they purchased them for the ride in the first place. So it probably has worked out best that they've done it this way, to be honest with you. Just need that fire back now. Like we need them shoulders getting lit. That was that was more than the rides being down for me at Scarefest. That was one of the things that really pissed me off, is that Bob didn't fire like it should do. And it should do, because that is the whole premise of that ride. It fuses wood with fire. That is it. Like, you're supposed to see that. And I know what it looks like when it's blasting out of them shoulders and the red lights are on and it's firing through there and the mist is pulling away the particles of smoke as you go through, and everyone's just like screaming and shouting, and you're in the queue line just like just filming it, because it just looks so epic. But like good. Poof, it's like damn it.
Yeah, it was one shoulder at the end of last year. It was just one shoulder, and like fair play, like they're still keeping it going. Like that's what I'm saying, because Swarm.
Swarm was a singular fire.
I posted a picture from 2016 of the Swarm, and with the full fire, and someone was like, "Oh, I wish the Swarm would do this." Like I was like, "It does." Like the front of it is VFX, the back is real. Like it does actually fire, But they've not done
it's a mean old. I saw it for the first time last year.
It's a proper bang. Yeah, it's good.
I think it was it might have been the year before, actually. Yeah, it might be the year before. I bumped into Digital Dan, and he was like, "The fire effects are going on in Swarm," and I was like, "What?" And it's
what?
There.
That is a rarity.
That is a.
I mean, it was like. Every 10 minutes, it was only one every 10 minutes, but it was still cool to watch.
My favorite thing was Thorpe going, "Oh yeah, look, we've revamped Tidal Wave and added in that new little petrol station thing with a fire effect." Did I see it go off once at all last year? No. I saw a picture of it from when they were testing, but I didn't actually see the fire.
I think it's weird, but like I only realised, I don't know if
the price of gas, I can't see the fire on the shoulders.
We won't go there. We'll get bogged down with whose prices are higher than whose. We won't go there. It's just,
look, if they could afford to have all them chainsaws last year when it drastically increased. I'm sure they've got a deal with someone, Shell or something. Come on, bring it back. I only found out recently where all the protein, the gas is.
Propane.
Propane.
You actually propane. Sorry.
There you go. It's all good.
I'm ill. I'm getting ill, man. Yeah, I only realised it like
giant tanks in the car park.
Yeah, you can.
They're in the car park.
Yeah,
they're in drop off. Like, it's mad.
I know, like I didn't like. I always saw it, but I never put it together, and then I was just like, I was with someone.
Fun fact: we actually have them in VTO. They're in the car park, and they've been in VTO like since the last update. They're there. So if you've got the game now, go and check it out. It's there.
Check it out. But yeah, so hopefully it all goes well this weekend, and I can't wait to be back.
Yes,
as long as I get a nemesis, that's all I'm really bothered about.
I want to do Smiler. I haven't done Smiler for years now.
I think James, Smiler's open. I want to suggest that even though we're coming from the car park, we might want to get our asses over to Smiler first, like because that queue on opening day gets big. There's a big queue.
To be fair, even though it's cool being like the hotel, don't you want to have the full opening day experience and go to the main gates for the
well
and see Tower Street?
No,
that's what I'm doing.
I want to go hotel Nemesis, and
will
then
they actually open that gate then?
Yeah,
the hotel gate, will be open.
Yeah, of course do. Yeah.
Oh,
the first day. Shit, no, we won't be coming from there, will we? We'll be
we'll be parking there, but we'll need to go down to the main gate still.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you'll get the full, and then the second day, then you can do that.
Yeah, then we can just.
Sorry, I thought we were staying the night before.
No,
my head's on my ass at the moment.
We're allowed to park there when we get there because we're staying that night. But we'll have to get.
I just coughed in the mic. Then.
That did not sound like a cough.
Sorry about that. So next up we have. Coaster merch sizing.
Right. Luke's. Welcome to a new segment called Luke.
This is a special segment requested by Luke, but I think it's a very valid conversation to have, and something that some people will understand.
Yeah. So my biggest gripe when I go to Thorpe.
It's what really grinds my gears.
You know what really grinds my gears? No. What happens is that I go down to Thorpe, I go to Chessington, and I want to get some merch, and I can't get it. There was an instance last year when I went to Thorpe with James and Sam, and I asked for double XL in a Swarm shirt, and the guy went to the back. Fair play to him, he made an effort, and most places don't, to see if they had the size in the back in a box somewhere, and he literally came back and said, "We don't do double XL," and I was like, "What? Here? This T-shirt, this hoodie? What?" He said, "No, we don't do double XL." So I took it on myself that day to go around every shop at Thorpe to try and find a double XL piece of merch. Could I? Bollocks. They don't exist. I came home with a cap. I'm willing to support. I've found this double XL Wickerman hoodie last year. I bought it. I found a double XL Nemesis hoodie. I bought it. I found a double XL Galactica t-shirt. I bought it. Like, I'm going to support the parks. I love wearing merch. I wear it on the streams. I wear it when I'm out and about. I just love to support the theme parks, and I love the branding of the rides. The Swarm is a perfect example. It's one of my favorite logos to ever be put on a coaster in the UK. And I want it. Like, I want it plastered all over. Like, it's such a good logo. I want to represent. And in 2022, why the fuck can't I buy a double XL hoodie from Thorpe Park? Chessington released some sick new merch, right? Some sick new merch. The new Chessington retro stuff is awesome. It's really good.
Really cool.
I can't buy it. There's not even a choice. It goes to XL, and then it's just like, it's depressing. Like, I know I'm not a big guy. There's reasons why people get different sizes in certain things. Like, I like my
you're like proportional. Like, you're tall. You're tall. And, you've got broad shoulders.
Yeah, that's it. And
it's not like people also like the comfort of larger things.
Yeah.
Some people like it a bit tight on them, but
if
a lot
you're
of people
spending
like
40 quid on a hoodie, you want it to fit right, right? And and it goes without saying, a lot of theme park merch does shrink over time. It does happen, because it's mass produced. Like, the reason why I say Thorpe and Chessington is because that's where my personal experiences have been. Towers, I always tend to find something, whether it be something that was from last year or something that might not be brand new or something that's in the Smiler shop. Usually they do have XXL in there. But at Thorpe, for the last times I've been down, I've not been able to purchase anything in terms of t-shirts or hoodies. Joe bought one, an XL top, and it was pointless. It's probably now a tea towel.
Really?
It's just not. And Joe's not a big guy.
No.
You need to cater for more audiences. Definitely.
I always found theme park clothing to be smaller than normal sizes as well.
So they should cater for the bigger sizes, right? That you should go to 3XL. If that's the case, they see it, they know what's arrived out of the box. They put it on the shelves. They have tags they put on them which says XXL, XL, medium, small, extra small. There's never any XL.
It'll be a conscious decision. That they'll probably look at it and go, "Oh well, we're not selling that much. We got we got too much stock in this," and it's just don't buy as much stock in it then. And then when you run out of it, order it again,
replenish it. Yeah,
I know, you probably don't get as good return on it, but at the end of the day, it's better than not getting any returns at all, surely, just because you're not buying it in massive bulk. Just I think they've all got this the sales sheets from every season, so they should know exactly proportional how much sells and how much doesn't.
I actually think they'd do better if they catered for more. Know I put a tweet out. And I wasn't trying to cause any beef or any arguments or anything. I was trying to make people aware of you're not alone. You might go to Towers or to a theme park and be like, "Oh, I really want this," and it's I can't get it.
Well, you hear it.
You can
you hear it all the time about people struggling to get into seats and stuff. So it's not it's not like it's only a few people are struggling with it. A lot of people, and again, it's not just because people are overweight. It's just the way their body is. If you've got particularly broad shoulders, you're tall. Because also a lot of the merch comes in quite short as well. I feel some of the hoodies, they come in quite short. So some people like to get the size up so it hangs down a bit, and you're not having a builder's crack every time you bend over or just try to show those up,
You're right.
XXL is not an unheard of size. It's probably one of the most popular sizes. So
because
it's a weird one.
Clothing has got I don't know if you've noticed this, but over the last 4 or 5 years, clothing in the UK, if it used to be a large, it's now a medium. If it used to be an XL, it's now a large. It used to be a double XL, now it's an XL. So you're looking at 3 times or twice the size difference. Primark, I used to be able to get Primark stuff all the time. But I can't even go in there. I go in there with Mrs. Danielle now, and I'm I'm not even going to bother looking because they haven't got my size. There's no point.
I stopped shopping at Primark years ago just because it just after 3 washes, it's unwearable. It's it was never good anyway, but it's got worse. So it's
it is surprising. I just hope that someone from Merlin does watch this, or at least because I'm going to make a point of this. Because I do a merch tour every park that I go to. That's what I do. I've done it on the channel for years.
I think
I'm going to make a point of it.
Yeah, it's there's so many companies, especially clothing, big brand companies, who are embracing not just having skinny models in the photos and an unattainable
big names Adidas,
that. Nike, huge names. So I feel it should be everywhere, and I don't think it's an unreasonable thing to ask. It's strange that Towers has that available sizing most of the time, but then the southern parks sometimes, but then the southern parks definitely don't. If they're saying to you, we just don't stock XXL, that there's something wrong with that, really.
Definitely.
So It's not like I say, it's not an unreasonable thing to ask for or be upset about. It's like you like this at your hobby, got this great merch. Everyone should be able to wear it at the end of the day. So
the thing is, I'm a small YouTuber, right? And we have a merch store. We go up to 5XL. It's our supplier. Like,
yeah,
just order it. And if it doesn't sell, if it doesn't fly off the racks like you want it to, which I think is still a bit of a bullshit thing to look at things, then you're going to have a sale at some point and someone's going to buy something. Like,
yeah,
it's hardly costing you anything as a massive company to put out XXL on your shelves. Like, I'll tell you now, if you release XXL stuff in like Saw, Stealth, like, I'm going to freaking buy it. I'm going to spend like hundreds of pounds on it, like over a lot of people period of time. Yeah, and
a lot of people will.
It's sad, but and it makes you feel like you're not part of that park in terms of being an enthusiast. It's a small thing to think about, but you come away from it and you're like, I'm gonna have to go to Thorpe wearing a Blackpool hoodie. Like, Blackpool has every size you can think of. Like, they nail it every time. They nail it. New icon stuff. XXL, XXL, it's all there, extra small. You know, it's everything is there.
If it's working for Blackpool, then why isn't it working for anyone else?
Blackpool have made so much money since Icon on merch, and they've stepped up their merch game big time. Some of it is very fucking expensive, but it's available, right? You've got the choice. It's
quality, though. I think their merch is absolutely quality.
Yeah, all my Icon hoodies and stuff, even my Valhalla hoodie from like 2017 is still perfectly fine.
Like the new Icon stuff is so well. Like the Icon hat. One of our friends bought one, and it's so nice. Like, it doesn't even look like a piece of merch from a theme park. It looks like a proper designer hat and stuff. It's so good. But it's a good thing to raise, really. So
let us know in the comments what experiences you've had with like trying to get merch that you can't get. Like, just let us know, and I'll hit you back in the comments and have a chat about it, because it is annoying. And on the grand scale of things, that everything that's going on in the world right now, it's not a massive thing, but to someone personal, it's a big thing. I want to represent, I want to support, and I want to not just buy something because I have to, because I can't buy something else.
Yeah. Well, it could put a big bummer on your day as well. It could make you feel a bit crap.
It did. It made me feel like it made me feel like shit. Like, it's bad enough, like, maybe because due to lockdown, put on a few pounds, and then when I got on Nemesis for the first time, I was part of the One Click gang for a good 2 or 3 months. And I was like, I need to, like, what have I done? Like, how have I changed? And then I went back like 2 months later. It's just because we'd all been sat on our ass doing nothing for like 2 years.
It's understandable. Yeah.
And I went back and I was like, click, 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 click. It was like, brilliant. There we go. Just stand up for a bit. Yeah. But it's just, woman fit t-shirts, another thing. That's the thing Coaster Gen do try and do, is we have women's versions that are available on Teespring. If I can do it, why the fuck can't Merlin do it? You've got retail managers in Merlin making these decisions.
Yep.
Craig said Thorpe's probably the worst. It's such a shame. It's like a different walk of shame.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is. You walk out the shop empty-handed, and it is a walk of shame.
Yeah. But something to think about. So
definitely.
Next up, we're going to talk about the events at the Merlin Parks this year.
Let's go.
They've really upped it. They've added, Alton Towers have added a new event. So that's crazy. So I'm just going to get it up here.
Festivals, Frills. What's that about?
Yes.
That's the first one, right?
Yeah. So we're going to specifically looking at Alton Towers and Thorpe, because they're the ones who have released their full lineup of events for this year. So we have, first of all, Festival of Frills. That's there we go.
Should net die, stream dies. Goodbye. See you next week.
So, Festival of Frills, new for 2022. Celebrate the resort's awesome roller coasters as they reawaken this spring. The resort's Festival of Frills, with serious speeds and heart-pumping loops, twists, and turns. Guests can join the Chosen Ones on Wicker Man, Brave Oblivion's iconic vertical drop, and enjoy G-forces greater than a space shuttle on the legendary Nemesis. To heighten the excitement, each of the resort's big 7 coasters will have its own live music playing out as its adrenaline-inducing event. So it's going to have its own, so each roller coaster will have its own live music playing out at the adrenaline-inducing event.
So is this live music like DJ, or is this live music like someone playing a guitar, drums, or like?
I think it might be a mixture. I think it would depend on. I don't know much about it, but I think it would depend on the ride. Yeah, because I don't think they can have like 7 bands playing, but just judging from what they've been doing with all the other events like Oktoberfest and Mardi Gras and stuff, there's so much live music, like just people walking around with like a brass band. You've got a guy with like a one-man band's been going about. You've got all these people, Oktoberfest to have like umpire bands. So I don't think it's going to be unheard of if there are going to be actual instruments being played, which is going to be really cool.
Oh, imagine if Wicker Man has like a lot of war drums just dun dun dun, like just going out. That'd be so cool.
Sick. It'll be great. Yeah, it'll be great. Wicker Man is going to be, if they do something like that, like the Beyond doing all that sort of stuff, that's going to be so cool. I'm trying to think like Nemesis. That would probably suit some kind of DJ.
Maybe buskers like Thorpe. Matt, please no. No.
But no, to be fair, the buskers were probably the best part of Thorpe, but it suited Thorpe. It suited Thorpe because they were proper buskers from London. Yeah, and we actually had some really good that was probably my only good experience of Park Vibes was the buskers, because we were just like
not at Towers though.
But yeah, I can't see him working at Towers. I'm not in London. The reason it worked at Thorpe was because it was from the actual London. I can't remember what you call it now, but if you want to be a busker in London, you have to apply for a license, and then they sent a load of people to Thorpe, so it works there. It wouldn't work at Towers because it's not going to come all this way.
No.
But I'm thinking like Nemesis would suit a DJ if it was the right type of DJ, like something a little bit more dark and like foreboding.
Nemi rave,
man. When there's the DJ in the big pit, like that would be so good.
Yeah, DJ in the kitchen, that'd be nuts. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, but I hope they go for. I hope they just don't go for like a DJ who's just going to play like generic
pop
mainstream stuff, and like it needs to be like in keeping with the rides.
Saying that, it could be a complete like track from Simon Allen and the gang. Like it could be like a thing,
Yeah,
that they could make specifically for it.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. But if anything, like it's just going to create some atmosphere around every single one of the rides. It's not going to just be kept to one area of the park, like on the lawns. We're going to have something going on, and it's not going to be like people were complaining at Mardi Gras that the shows were easy to miss. These, I'm sure, will be the things going on all day. So if we've got that, I think that's going to be brilliant. I'm really excited to see what this is going to.
And it'd be cool, like you say, if they have different experiences, because if they have, say, for example, they have a DJ at Nemesis, and then over at Smiler they've got a live band. Like you're going to want to go over and see that. And if that's going to be there on a rotation basis, like I
can't see where they do. The only place they could do something with Smiler is the above the donut stand. Like that's the only place I see. Like, rehydrator. They might put something in there, which might be cool, because that's what they did it for Mardi Gras, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to be cool. So then we've got Mardi Gras, which last year was brilliant. I loved Mardi Gras last year. That's going to be really, really good. Oktoberfest, which is like my favorite time of the year for these events.
I don't know why. No.
Yeah, I love it. I love just being able to get a stein at Towers.
I reckon that's when we should do a podcast with drunk riders when we're all at Oktoberfest, just like at a table.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
That'd be
so good. Yeah. But then we have a Scarefest, and not any Scarefest. 15 years.
But
yeah, and
let's go.
Yeah, so hopefully we have Scarefest beckons on October Speakers Day. resort for creepy scares and spectacular fun at its award-winning Scarefest, and a brand new scare maze.
Ooh.
That's confirmed. Brand new scare maze.
Subterra building.
We had a yeah.
There are pictures of it. It has been cleaned.
They've removed a leaf, to quote someone on Twitter. Someone said on Twitter that Alton Towers could remove a leaf from Subterra and they think it was enthusiastic, think it's opening. I thought that was a fantastic tweet.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's so true, though. I was like, wait, what? Quickly. They removed the leaf?
Yeah.
Did you go back onto that Festival Thrills tab that you had open?
Oh, the festival. Yeah, that one there.
Okay, there is a typo. Celebrate the Big 7 roller coaster. big letter at the bottom by the photos.
Oh, yeah.
The Big 7 roller coaster.
Towers!
If that
Surely that's meant to be roller coasters.
Yeah, we'll know if they're listening now.
Yeah, we'll know. But yeah, going back to Scarefest though,
does that mean, just quickly though, if they're doing the Big 7 stuff, does that mean we might get some Big 7 merch like we had the Big 6, like with the wristbands and stuff? Do you remember when you did?
That'd be cool.
That'd be nice. I wish I kept all that
come back.
I was so gutted when I couldn't find it. I was trying to find it for a giveaway at one point, but I couldn't find it. It's like, damn, where is it? Big 7 merch.
Jesse's saying, do you think Smiley will buy back open for opening day? Craig said earlier that it had a full run on Sunday and was running on Saturday. So yes, I think it will be.
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes.
New coaster confirmed. Big 7.
Big 7.
Yeah. That's a point.
What?
They've added a coaster to the lineup apparently.
No, because it's Wicker Man. So because last time it was Big 6, weren't it? And that's what that was before.
Wicker Man. Wicker Man.
Was it Big 6 before?
Yeah.
Wicker Man.
Big Sex.
Yeah.
Did I say Big Sex?
Big Sex.
Big Sex now.
Sex.
Oh dear.
But yeah, going back to Scarefest, they had obviously they had Trick or Treat Town last year.
Yes.
So we know that it's not going to be like a kiddie scare maze. We're going to get a proper new scare maze. And they are, in my personal opinion, every time they introduce a new scare maze, it's getting better and better. Like in terms of the set design and everything. So I mean, personally, I want it to be Sanctuary. I think Sanctuary needs to come back.
That would be awesome.
That would
just
be
an experience. So
I
haven't experienced any of the.
So when we did the Scare Mazing event with Attraction Sauce last year, someone asked the question about the Sanctuary and was like, "Don't you think?" Yeah. And Kieran answered it by saying, "We weren't allowed to film it, but we were allowed to talk about it." He answered it by saying, "We could do it, but it wouldn't be the same as what people remember it, and it would get criticized, and it probably wouldn't connect with the audience that we're trying to attract." And
because I suppose they had all the hype of the Smiler. For the Sanctuary, didn't
and he literally just said it's basically just not going to happen. Like
I disagree with that though so much because
everyone disagrees with it, but
I disagree with that. Like that is not correct because the whole point of that scare maze was it was perfect for that location because like when you're going in the queue, you had all the music going, you had the sense of like or like the different smell pods of like, the medical stuff. You had Dr. Cowman on the old school like little TV sets and things, and then like you walked. Like honestly, it was so good. And even if it wasn't like as scary as people, like I remember that maze so vividly, and it'd be hard to get it wrong because it wasn't anywhere near as like I guess the scale of some of the newer scare mazes. They just did it really well with the setting that they had. They had like a few different dressed rooms at the start, and the rest of it was just basically in the tower ruins because you're going into the basement.
Yeah.
I just think it would be so good, and yeah,
it would be cool. Don't get me wrong, it'd be cool, but like I think if they've got this new maze for us this year, it's going to be absolutely crazy. There's an indoor maze. I'm guessing it's going to be when Mine Tours is because wasn't that the last season of Mine Tours last year?
No, not officially.
No, was it not? I'm sure it got talked about like a few times.
No, No, it was no, because they'll make a big. They normally make a big deal about it. Platform 15 was the last year, and they called it end of the line to be like they're the last one.
Yeah, and they reversed it.
But the thing is, Mine Tours is getting on now. It's still my favourite maze at Towers. I think it's still the best one. It's a scary.
The last maze that me and Aaron was so gutted that there weren't any earlier tickets for us to go back on it because oh boy, did they ramp that up on Halloween evening. Like, my God. I had a skin snatcher following me like all the way through on my shoulder. The pre-shows were brutal. The run through I had with Craig actually, that was hilarious for the event, and same with the attic. Like, they were just really, really good. The only one that lets me down, not let me down, but it's a different experience. It's supposed to be more of a fun, wacky, crazy environment that you go into.
Yeah.
Was Toxic Junkyard. I don't know. Maybe I did it too much. I don't know. But it just kind of got old really quick with me. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's more. It definitely is more of a
experience.
Like you say, it's more of a fun maze in a way.
Yeah, it is fun.
But it massively depends on the group that you go with, because I've gone through that maze with just like with some people, and everyone's kind of just like walking around and like, you know what I mean? It's most groups are going to have a really good time if you don't do these mazes all the time. Say if you just like the general public and you're going in, like you're just having a laugh and you feed off people. If someone else is really scared in your group, it gets everyone else on edge.
Yeah.
Or like then they become like the spectacle where you're just like laughing and because of how scared they are or whatever.
Yeah, it's great.
So I've had my best mazes I've done. I've actually been with when I've been in a large group of people that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been like, you know, girls just like running past, and then it's just it's hilarious. And then because when the actors get that feedback of someone, they ramp it up because they're like, yes, this is what I'm getting.
They've done their job properly. Like, if
people are walking through, because like it's really like Mine Tours is a lot easier to scare people in than Toxic, just because of the nature of the way it's done.
Yeah.
So if
the
you're
theme,
just,
to be fair, and the theme is more.
Well, that's the thing. Like Mine Tours at the end, I did it so many times last season, and towards the end, it didn't really scare me because I knew what was going to happen. I know that route like the back of my hand now. But like, I just love.
Well, because you had to do it backwards.
Yeah, actually, I've had to do it backwards like 5 times now, filming it. But no, like I just love I love the feeling of that maze, the ambience, like the fact that it feels like you're in an actual mine, and the music, and like I just think it's done so well. And it'd be really hard if another maze took that maze's place. It'd have a lot to live up to.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, where's the lift? Like,
it'd have to be good.
It would have to be a completely different route around that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And it'd be a hard one to make a different route in, because it is like a small little compact area. Really, it's not as big as you think.
No, but it feels massive when you're in there.
It feels huge.
Like it goes on forever.
But
it feels like one of the longer mazes.
Yeah.
Quickly, while we're on the subject of scare mazes and scare events, some sad news came about the other week. Broadwich Haunt Fest. Down by me have confirmed after 20 years they will not be operating the Haunt Festival anymore.
That's hard. Oh, what?
They're not bringing it back. The only thing that will be available is pumpkin picking for the kids and a trailer tour through the woods.
So no crazy barn scare maze then.
But no scare mazes, unfortunately.
Damn it, because you were showing me that from like pre-pandemic, and that thing looked insane.
Yeah,
they looked
very
crazy.
Upsetting that they're not bringing it back.
Well,
it must have just not been financially viable for them then. Maybe
the thing is though, it whenever they did it, it was always fully booked.
Yeah,
you had to go book a ticket months.
It's literally just a farm, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
But maybe it comes to a point where it's like you've got like that. Maybe
it probably did cost a lot to set it up.
Yeah, it's like
scale they did.
They probably thought, okay, well, if we want to make more money off this, we're gonna have to like double the capacity or something. And they're like, well, then they're just thinking, well, is it going to be worth? And they just thought, no, maybe not. It's a gamble, then, maybe. So that is sad. To be fair, that is sad. But yeah, it's all. Especially when you see how many scare events are like on the rise now, how many keep popping up. It's sad to see ones going. So
who's going Camelot?
Yeah. I did think about it. But the only way you can really justify the prices of it if you pack a car out, I think it's like 50 quid. It's 50 quid a car, which is
holy shit.
What? But a car, it's a 50 quid a car. But if you have 5 people in, then it's £10.
Yeah.
So it's not as bad because you're seeing a film and everything. But if it's only like the two of you, like me and Joe, like that's an expensive trip.
Yeah.
So it's one of them where you've got to really, like I say, have a lot of people go in to justify it. It looks amazing though. All the vlogs I've seen of it look really, really cool.
Cool. Tough for tourists, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just a shame because they've got they've got a good bar and stuff there, but me or Joe, one of us wouldn't be able to drink. So what's the point?
Yeah.
So not that all I care about is going somewhere and having a drink. It's just like, part of the fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, so fireworks is back.
Standard.
Of course it is.
3 days.
3 days.
3 days of fireworks.
And looking forward to it. Like I always am. Like it seems to be getting bigger and bigger every year. Not necessarily. We know Luke. Not necessarily better every year, but it's definitely getting big. It's definitely getting bigger and more, more ambitious every year. They seem to be doing it. So they'll have seen what worked good last year and what didn't. But yeah, I thought it was brilliant.
You know what? One of them events the event you're going to bring up next now, the Christmas event. I fucking loved that event. I thought it was a beautiful use of towers, and Lightopia was just it was so good.
Nope. Hey,
what's wrong with your internet?
I don't think it's my internet.
VPN or something. Like
I don't think it's my internet. I think it might be the site.
Oh, maybe they're changing that typo James just brought.
Maybe. So yeah, it's the Christmas market is returning, and the hugely popular Lightopia Seasonal Wonderland is coming back.
Nice, James. You've got to do it, mate. You've got to come down for Lightopia. It is incredible. An hour and 45 minutes it took me, Dave, Danielle, and Gina to walk around it. It was so good.
It's just great to see parts of that park that just look so different, that you're so used to walking, but then look so different.
So pretty
with all the different lights and stuff. It's insane, the scale of it. Like it's hard to imagine until you do it.
When you walk down Haunted Hollow after you've been pretty much around the park, you think, "Oh, this is going to stop soon." No.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
It just keeps going and going and going. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it is
I'm
so
looking
good.
forward to that.
The food, the Yorkshire pudding wraps.
Yeah,
mate, so good. And the fudge as well. I got 3 slabs of fudge for £10 from the market, which is a Christmas market price. That's what you pay. But they were like that.
Did they have
like
hot chocolate?
That thick. Yes, of course it did.
Yeah,
with marshmallows and whipped
specific
cream
hot chocolate place as well, which is really, really good.
And did you have the option of adding Baileys?
Yes.
Yeah. and on the Christmas market as well, 2 of the standout places I thought as well was they had a scone or scones, depending on how you say it. That was really, really good.
Let's not go there.
I call it scone. But
we're not doing this chippy debate. Like,
I'm not doing the jam thing. But like they did, they had like savory ones, like cheese ones, and then like
I never tried
fully
Project
chocolate
D
ones,
donuts.
And Project D donuts. And mate, like
I'm gonna go out of my way this year to try them. I believe I'm trying to get to Disneyland Paris this Christmas as well. So
yeah,
but I will be going to Towers.
They them Project D donuts sold out every day we was there. So the first day I tried to get some, couldn't get any, and then I managed to get some on the second day I was there. But yeah, they sell out a lot. As soon as they sell them, Like that's it, gone. So
I seen them somewhere recently.
They're huge now. They're everywhere.
Yeah, I seen them somewhere recently. I can't remember where it was, but I definitely seen them. But I will be picking up a box of them when I go. Just honestly, James, this Christmas event is nuts. I know it was a bit of a kerfuffle with the pre-book tickets for the rides and all that stuff, but that aside, it was a great evening.
I'm hoping that they'll sort that out and like incorporate it, like the Lightopia, more into the ticket.
Man.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know if they'll be able to. Well,
what annoyed me the most is that we planned thinking that we had the ticket, and we didn't. It wasn't until we got there we realized, like a lot of people did. We noticed that this was like a wider thing, wider problem. I was looking forward to Woodcutters, man. Like, and I couldn't go to Woodcutters because, that's a restaurant.
You can't get. You
can't get to it unless you go through.
Which is a shame because it's the quietest I ever saw Woodcutters, and it was amazing.
They had a new menu. They had a full new fucking menu, and we couldn't do it. No! Like, damn it.
But I think half the problem with that, but the reason with that is obviously Lightopia is its own company. So it's almost like their event that we're putting on inside Alton Towers.
Yes.
So originally they were selling the tickets through their website, and then Alton Towers started saying, let's do like a bundle deal or whatever. So I don't know. I don't think they'll be able to still offer that with Merlin Annual Pass. But hopefully,
sorry if you hear a helicopter, by the way.
I hope. But I think also making the Christmas market free would confuse people because then it's like you have like 3 different ticket offerings. So, but all you've got to look at is the fact that look how better Oktoberfest gets every single year. Like they learn from the previous event and then they build on it. It's not like they just
Matt in the chat, you get entry to the rides access with annual pass this year. Cool, brilliant.
That's great. That's amazing.
If that's official, that's amazing.
What they need to learn from Oktoberfest though, Towers and Thorpe, buy more of the German beer. Because you always sell out.
Well, we had that at Blackpool
every
as well.
time I've tried to get the German beer. Nope.
Yeah, we had that. When did you go to that Oktoberfest?
This was Thorpe's one.
Oh, Thorpe.
Yeah.
So was that last year?
Did I go to last year's one? I went to the year before, definitely.
Oh, right. Yeah. I was gonna say. Because like last year when Oktoberfest fell was when we was having all the shortages of the like all the lorries and stuff. So when we was at Blackpool, I was watching everyone drink their beer, and then
then you tried to get one,
and then I tried to, and I was like, we've run out, like we can't get the deliveries, and then I was like,
get to Lidl now, like there you go.
So having to drink like Foster's out of a stein, and I was like, "This isn't an experience." I signed up for
Aussie Fest.
But, yeah, literally. Right. So, quickly we'll go over to Thorpe Park.
I'm doing a Mardi Gras.
So, Mardi Gras. So yeah, they've saw how popular it was at Towers, and they're gonna try and replicate it at Thorpe. I think they'll do a good job of it because it's a smaller footprint, easier if they're having shows all around the park.
Yeah.
For different areas. It'll be interesting to see how, because the areas at Thorpe are a little bit confusing. So it'll be interesting to see how they do that. So with the Towers, each actual Forbidden Valley had their own crew. Catania Canyon did, X Sector had their own crew. So it'll be interesting to see how they do it there.
Retro Rangers, probably something.
Yeah, maybe. But what I loved about Alton Towers was at the start of the day and at the end of the day, so the first 40 minutes of the opening and the last 40 minutes, they had all the crews come together on the main street, and they had their own little thing in. So I'd love to see if they do that at Thorpe. That would be really, really cool.
That'd be cool. I mean, you could even line the bridge with
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
but it gets a bit busy, doesn't it? So I don't know if
they can even do the bridge, or what they used to do, especially with the first day of Fright Nights.
Yeah.
They do the rope drop when you're in the park. They hold you just after the dome.
Yeah.
And then the first year, I remember when they had Lionsgate for Fright Nights, they had all the roaming actors come over and actually do like a performance in front of everyone.
I'm so jealous that you got Lionsgate at Thorpe. That's just
yeah. So
that's like Universal coming to Towers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty gutted to miss that one as well.
So yeah, that was like all the Purge roaming actors.
Oh man,
so they did like a Purge scene, and
that would have been really cool. They need to. In my opinion, Thorpe need to go down that route. I think Thorpe. We've had this conversation before, but Thorpe should just become a studio park.
Yeah,
in my honest opinion, I think it would work really well for them.
That could be cool.
Saw works so well. I love Saw, and I think they did such a good job of it. I think Walking Dead is really good as well.
Yeah,
like I think it's great.
I love it. I haven't done the pre-show properly yet either, so.
And if they did the whole Lionsgate or went with someone else or whatever, like it would make it feel a lot more like Universal, which is quite obviously what they're trying to go for anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's all well and good, like trying to make your own kind of Fright Night's lore and stuff, but the average person doesn't really care about that. The average Thorpe Park clientele don't really care about like the history of like Creek.
They're just going to get scared this year. That's
So if you add in the whole like IPs to it, I think it works really well. Just don't do like 3 Walking Dead mazes. When
they did actually have the Lionsgate partnership, it worked so well because they had like My Bloody Valentine. Cabin in the Woods, all of them. Cabin in the Woods.
I'd love to have done. What was that one like? Because I thought
it was very confusing. It was like, and the amount of times we were trying to find the secret control room. There was a secret control room.
Was it?
Yeah. But there's one time I didn't know where it was, so it was like walked into this just dead end room with like a little ballerina like music box thing.
Yeah,
and we just stood there like. Oh, when it stops, is it going to open a door? No. Yeah. We stood there for a good 2 minutes till an actor kind of came up behind us and jump scared us.
Scariest thing at Thorpe is what do you think it's going to be? I'm going to say car park.
Oh, is the message retracted?
The no double XL merch. Scary.
No, I think the scariest thing at Thorpe at Fright Nights is its car park at the end of the night. That's the scariest thing.
Oh yeah, I had a horrible experience at the car park.
Yeah,
when I was last.
Yeah, mate. It was the worst experience in a car park I've ever had. Like it was so.
Because my friend
is the car park.
yeah,
it's the car park. Yeah,
because my friend's pass wouldn't scan and let me out. I just went, oh fuck it, I'll pay at because you can pay at the barrier. That didn't even work. The help button is hidden behind a panel up in the top corner. Took me a good minute just to find the help button.
But guys, last year it won best car park.
I think this year it might be better if my pass is linked correctly because they have the ANPR. Well, so I should just be able to drive straight out now, hopefully.
Well, that's this is what they got awarded for, but it didn't. It never worked.
They really got.
Yeah, they got where is it? Best car park. Let me find it. It just made me laugh so much.
I don't believe that.
Yes.
I think Towers rules because they have motorcycle parking. That's sick. Right next to the monorail.
Contender for worst car park would probably be Legoland.
You've told me about this place. And
Legoland. No, I've had a good experience.
Well, I think it was just the day that I went because it was Ascot the same day.
Yeah, that's
so the roads were just fucked.
Screw that.
It genuinely, I missed the bus that I was meant to be on. Went screw it. Had food in Legoland. So left an hour after my bus. I walked all the way down the road to get to the hotel and to the main road. I walked past the bus I was meant to be on.
That you missed.
Yeah.
Before having food.
Yeah. So it had been sat there for an hour. Oh, and I saw someone get run over.
Oh wow.
Someone why?
So someone driving down the down in the wrong lane for the oncoming traffic one of the the people that worked there were trying to stop them. Had an argument. The person got back in their car, drove straight into him. Best part, just next to where they got run over, off-duty police officer.
Oh,
got out his car, dragged the person out of their window.
Wow.
I was like, oh.
So you had a pretty eventful evening then, is what you meant to say. Yeah, very eventful.
It's like
lots of events.
Here we go.
I'm sorry. Before you show this, why the fuck is there an award for a car park? Like, why is this? What justifies this? I'm sorry. Like
Scepter Award.
I mean, big shout out to everyone who won the award. And
Wait, hub parking technology. Oh, it's because they added the ANPR. That's basically why they got it.
Okay,
but Drayton Manor's had that for like 2 years, and it works perfectly.
That's confused me at so many car parks recently. Because you pay for your ticket, and then I keep the ticket in my hand, and I get to the barrier, roll my window down, and then look, and I'm like, oh, it's opened, because I'm expecting to have to put the ticket in the machine.
Yeah, we've got
moving on. New
Carnival.
So new Carnival. So this is taking the place of Park Vibes. Basically.
Sorry, didn't they do a survey for a few names for different events, and then this is what got chose the most?
I think one of them was Festival, wasn't it? It was like a Festival and Carnival, and they've kind of done an amalgamation of the both, which is like more like I don't know, like festival type. I can say festival vibes. Then wrong one.
Festival vibes. Carnival vibes.
So laugh and scream and launch into summer like no other's. Thorpe Park Resort W's its new feel-good carnival event. Ride our world-class coasters and vibe with our awesome live entertainment. Blah blah blah. Vibes.
Brand new stage show.
Brand new stage. So that's sure to have you watching in amazement. Summer vibes have even put sweet summer vibes. Thorpe Park Resort is a must visit for the ultimate day out. So yeah, basically what I'm gathering from this, like I say, is going to be like work going off the back of Park Vibes, which was, despite my first visit to it, was like the first day it opened, and it was not a great day for me and Joe. It was like there's nothing going on. Go watch my vlog from it. It's basically me and Joe just trying to look for Park Vibes all day. But when I saw vlogs, it did definitely get better. Like they definitely like got more people in and more shows. But again, it was the complete opposite. What people were saying about Mardi Gras, about missing things, that was my same thing with Park Vibes. Was like, if you're not in the right place at the right time, you miss the BMX show, you miss the stunts, you miss everything. And it's very easy in parks like that, whatever your track is to go, it's like you're just bad timing and you're just going to miss everything. So
yeah, I
think the way these events need to run is just like have more stuff going on everywhere, and have duplicate teams doing things. I don't think like putting
rotation
them on
teams as well.
Yeah, rotation teams definitely. So if it's going to work, you need to do that, especially if you're going to like label it as an event, and then you go there and nothing's really changed.
So sorry, Sean, going back to Mardi Gras Towers last year, you say that they do a show 40 minutes before, 40 minutes when the park opens. So is that basically what the Scarefest ancestors do at the start of the day when they all congregate?
Kind of. It's kind of like that, but it's not a show. It's basically when you walk down Tower Street,
just guiding you through Tower Street kind of thing.
Yeah, each crew has like its own little spot on Tower Street at the side. So as you're walking down, they're playing music through the speakers, like their Mardi Gras, Hall of the Mountain King version. Yeah, and then like they're all just got like flags and kites and stuff, and like juggling. They got like stilt walkers walking up and down the street. It's like a proper party atmosphere.
So cool.
One of the best like experiences in terms of like entertainment I've had at Towers was that.
Nice.
At the start and at the end of the day, it was so well done.
That's awesome.
And you had the head of Mardi Gras at the front, like on a microphone, just welcoming you in. Just walk past, and then on the first 40 minutes, like someone's like a family or a couple is picked out of the crowd to be like they win like Mardi Gras king or queen, king and queen, and they get like a crown and stuff, and they crown them and everything. It's really cool. So yeah, hopefully that happens again. But I'd love to see something like that at Mardi Gras Carnival. I think it's a really good thing just to like start the day off, really.
Yeah, it sounds like a really nice entrance to a park. It's better than do you want to get your photo taken. Like
yeah.
It is.
So then we have Thorpe Park Oktoberfest. You know, I've yet to experience Oktoberfest at Thorpe Park. People say it's really good. I can understand it being good because it's got that the benefit it has of towers is it's a smaller park, so they can make it a more of a park wide thing.
Yes.
Yeah, they do have like the central area kind of around Darren Brown's
Ghost Train,
and then it just kind of spread out to the things like the Yodeler in Nemesis Inferno's tunnel.
That sounded funny, man. I did like that little thing. But we know what Oktoberfest is now. So Fright Nights, so even though they celebrated the 20th anniversary last year, they're now celebrating their 21st birthday celebration.
They can drink in America.
So like I guess the reason they're doing this is so they can carry on the birthday theme that they had last year. It's easy to cross over. They had the birthday bash, didn't they? I mean, I don't know. I really liked the festival arena they had for 2020. I thought that was actually better than the birthday bash, in my opinion.
Actually, from what I saw, because I didn't go, I do plan on going to Fright Nights this year. But from what I saw, I have to agree. It felt like it was a bit more like Universal kind of walkthrough.
It was,
vibe. Whereas this year it was kind of you going in your area, and then that's where.
It was pretty good. Like I can see why they did it because they could have like the people singing on stage, and it's more of an entertainment place like they have on the front lawns. It felt more like that they have at Towers.
Yeah.
It felt like a family thing, but then suddenly they just started beating the shit out of each other with baseball bats. So that's all you need to know, really. Just kill someone on stage and stuff. So it was pretty cool, but I think that's the reason they're calling it a celebration.
And the separation of Amity and what was the other one?
Alton Thorpe. Yeah.
That looked better done the year before as well, the way you had the different areas.
Yeah, for me it definitely was, but it was so much better when they were kind of, because like the show they did last year where they was next to each other, like it just felt like they weren't like rivals anymore. They did this like whole Romeo and Juliet style thing, or like West Side Story, where two of them
they can't be together.
Each other. And I was like, yeah, it's cool, but it was way better when you'd watch the one of the shows, and then the other crew would just like come in at the end, and then they'd have like a dance off. Like that was done way better in 2020. I think the reason they changed that up was because the Oktoberfest tent was in that area, so they didn't really have space for it. But then that area where the tent was just like dead. It was like a dead zone. But the thing is, last year obviously they had the amazing scare zone meadow, what was it called? Where the crows are. So that ended where that tent is. So it would have been way more busier this year for them to put something like the show on there, but instead you just come out and then it's just like a tent, like a bar, but it was like pretty much empty. So I like the fact that they had another place to sit and drink, because I feel like Thorpe's always lacking in places to sit and like have just chill, not even if you're having a drink, just sit and chill. So it's nice to have that, but they could have had both, and I think it would have worked really well, because there would have just been more people there. They would have had more of a footfall to have a show there. So I'll, hopefully they separate it out again, but I don't see it because they've got this whole transition period now between Oktoberfest and Fright Nights.
The thing is, though, it was the hype of social media was like really big on Lycanthrope versus Amity. Like it was a massive thing, and I think that did more for the show than what they realized. Like you had different people supporting different.
People like sided with him, and I think people were really excited about that for last year. And then you saw the show, and it was like, oh, they're all just dancing together now, and there's less rivalry there.
Yeah.
So they landed on a winner.
So there's none of that stuff, like everyone was doing
there kind of was that, but there was constantly all just dancing together and stuff. So you landed on a winner in 2020 by having these two crews, or these two schools, but then you've just brought them together, and now they've got this kind of like, I don't know, it didn't feel.
And you could have done it where like each year each side gets better at doing something or has a big event or an effect added to the show, like fire, and like you could have done it like that, and then you could just keep building and building and building on it, and eventually it probably would have been like the main show of Fright Nights. Lycanthrope versus Amity.
Even if they just changed the area where they were in to like just a little bit closer to that area, because there was like the opposite side of the park, so I can understand why it was a bit of a logistical nightmare for them to keep walking back and forth.
But it's like the in between where Rush is and that area there, you could have turned that into a walk-through maze where it's the forbidden zone where Lycanthrope and Amity roam, and you could have had roaming in that area there, and then one gets too far over to the other school, and it's like kicks off, sends them back. Like really.
That's kind of what it was like. Yeah, it's kind of like what it was like in terms of the rivalry, where they'd be there, they'd suddenly pop out, and then they'd go back to their areas, and it was really cool. But so for Fright Nights, the same. Pray you don't have the key to the door, or risk unlocking your deepest, darkest nightmares. So they've got this whole new thing going on with keys to the unlocking your deepest, darkest nightmares. So interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I'll definitely go there again. It's always a bit of a hit or miss for me. Fright Nights is just not to do with the event itself. It's just how busy it gets in like clogged up areas. The mazes are just. I mean, we did it right last year, which was not get the combi ticket, even though it's slightly more expensive, because we was able to book the mazes individually. We could do them in the daytime, and there was like hardly any wait for the mazes.
Yes.
As soon as it went to nighttime, it just got so like busy.
Yeah, and you can ride coasters at night, like when you've done all the mazes already. So.
Yeah, the combi ticket, it forced you into doing platform 15 first.
Yeah, which is silly.
Did it? Because Towers didn't. Towers, you had an option.
Yeah, no, because everyone would want to do it at nighttime, because it's a exposed maze outside.
Yeah.
Everyone. So by doing the combi ticket, you had to choose the time you did that, so they could control the amount of people doing it late at night.
Fair.
But it has a negative effect because everyone wants to do it at night.
So there was a lot of tickets sold for that, and you ended up waiting forever after after that.
I did.
But platform won't be there this year, so hopefully it won't have that problem.
Lots of cranes and track, hopefully. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I'm still interested to see what they're going to do with Creek Freak. So they'll carry on in the same building and have like a little way to get into that area. Or is it going to be relocated?
It depends on what they're doing, because apparently on the planning, it looks like they were actually removing the building.
Maybe they'll do that last. I don't know.
Yeah, if they do that last, they might still be able to use it. But
that means they need to be
because I've not done Creek Freak yet, and if I'm going this year, I'd really like to experience it. Like
the best thing about Creek Freak is just the building, because it's in the old station. So it's
there are parts authentic. Where you walk over where the trough was, and it's just like because you can look down through the grating. It's so cool.
But it's a full on it's a permanent maze. Like they converted that whole building into a permanent maze, so it's not going to be any easy task to build that somewhere else.
Yeah, fine.
It looks like you dropped something.
No, there's a helicopter just like completely circling the house. Like,
oh man,
what
been going on for like 20 minutes.
Pray for Luke.
Yeah, it's weird.
Got a lunatic running around. But yeah, so that is the events. That is the events. As other events come out from the other parks, we'll probably talk about them. But I just wanted to do a little bit of deep dive into these. I'm sure more things will come up as the season goes on and we get more teasers from the different events and stuff. So yeah, really looking forward to it. And here's my trailer that I made for Towers events. No, I'm joking. I'm not going to play it. No, I didn't. I don't have it on me. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm just glad that all these parks are doing more events, like, because it was 2 years ago that we were saying literally this was like parks need to do what the American parks are doing, which is year through events. It gets people back to the parks who would only normally visit once a year. It brings them back. It gives us something new to do. It gives vloggers stuff to go back to the parks to do rather than just be like the same old trip again and again and again. Well, in Scarefest just being the only thing, Scarefest and Fright Nights. So yeah, it's like a full lineup, full calendar of events. I'm really looking forward to it.
It should be an interesting year of events.
I am hyped for this year. Like, it's going to be cool to go to Florida and then come back to all these events still. Like, it's going to be epic. I can't wait. I'm excited for. I'll say it again. The Christmas event at Towers. I can't wait for that. Fireworks didn't go last year. Going this year, 100%. Oktoberfest, and I'll try and get out for Mardi Gras, but it might not happen just with when it is. But I'm looking forward to seeing everyone's content and seeing what it does for the park. Clearly, it worked. So yeah, let's see. I'm hyped. Let's go. Season is upon us, guys. And after next week's podcast, 2 days later, we'll be there.
It is. Like, we'll be there.
That's it.
Together as well.
Yes.
First time ever.
Oh, did you manage? Yeah, you managed to get the Saturday, didn't you?
So I'm Saturday there, Saturday and Sunday. So yeah. Joe can't come, but I'll be there though. So Joe's at a secret cinema event in London.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
is it a Stranger Things one?
No, it is. Joe, what is it again? It's this thing you should watch on Netflix. What is it called? It's like a period drama.
Bridgerton.
Yeah, Bridgerton. I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it. I just know that that's a popular thing on Netflix.
It's apparently like I saw some of it, but I didn't get invested in it. It did look pretty good, but she's going there with her sister, but it's like full on big like ball and everything. And I was like, that's not my thing, but she's gonna love it. So yeah. And that's been put off for like 8. They've had like several different like it kept getting pushed back because of COVID. So
yeah, Bridgerton.
There you go, Bridgerton. Yeah,
nice,
so, brilliant.
So guys,
yeah, go on, Luke. What are you saying?
Let us know what you're most hyped for this season. Where you're going, what your trips are planned, like what coasters you're looking forward to getting back on. What your predictions are for like Exodus and for all the Drayton stuff we've talked about as well. Get in them comments. We will get back to every single one of them. If we don't, we'll bring them up on next week's show.
Maybe jump a little bit then.
Hype it.
Yeah, cool. Brilliant. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. We will be back next week, same time. I am aware that there's a few episodes we've not uploaded, or I've not uploaded to the podcast, to Spotify and everything. But this weekend I'll be getting them all on there. So yeah, we're back on it. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. See you next week, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Bye.